Good day! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today's video, let us discuss the four pillars of education. The United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or the UNESCO, is a United Nations organization to promote international cooperation and implementation of international agreements. The learning process should be based on the four pillars of education. This is learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. But my assigned topic is this. First is learning to know. Learning to know by combining a sufficiently broad general knowledge, which means is knowledge, with the opportunity to work in depth on a small number of subjects. This is also means learning to learn. Or pillars of education deals with understanding of the world we inhabit and of ourselves, of the objectives of the living worthily. So, of the needs to develop the capacity appropriate in the current reality, focus on logical reasoning with autonomy. This learning to learn focuses on the logical reasoning of autonomy. Thus, from the early age, it is essential to arouse interest in new discoveries, instrumentalizing knowledge with update paradigm. Knowledge evolves rapidly and in a various directions, which makes total knowledge almost impossible. The indicated by this pillar of learning to know is to seek the broad general culture and focus on the certain subjects of interest, depending the details to make them great. So, the general culture or makes communication easier. When you already have the knowledge of other language or languages, within the deep knowledge in other languages, the individual feel easy to communicate others or having interactions. If you already know other languages, you can easily communicate and you can easily interact with other people because you know their language and you understand them. And with others you will also remain cooperative in many circumstances. So, learning to learn also is composed of the necessary whole of learning. Learning to know and requires the constant updating in exercising memory and thinking. So, it involves thinking. In addition to paying attention to things and people. The speed with which information occurs due to the rapid evolution of technological means can impair the encounter with the discoveries because they require more time to reach the knowledge received. This time is paramount in performing daily tasks such as participation in games, continuous updating, travel, practical science, tasks, and others. So, teachers generally make their lesson plans with content, refinements, and techniques that they will apply, but forget to think and plan with students will do with others about content. Thinking about and planning students' activity is crucial. It helps you to see the lesson from their respective and keep them engaged productively. Brain experts says that children should be prepared early on to exercise the various types of memory. So the exercise of memory where ideas and images are stored. So there are different kinds of students individually have their individual intelligence. There are type of students who is visual spatial intelligence that they cannot understand what only anang mugawas sa baba sa maestra, but they only understand when it is visual na sila'y makita nga PowerPoint presentation. And different kinds of students have different kinds of intelligence. So this exercise of memory where ideas and images are stored must be preserved. This does not apply to the exercise of associative memory, which is the brain's ability to recall by association. For example, the simple memory of the smell of a food can drive us away to please us in a contact with the same dish later. So, memory as a cognitive function allows both activity and transient information according to Mettering 2014. This author, Mettering, continues by stating that memory includes ability to restore or to store or recall and recognize cognitive facts and activities such as understanding, learning, and reasoning. So, though an integral part of learning to know must contemplate situation from concrete to abstract. So, from inductive to deductive reasoning or deductive methods. From inductive to deductive methods. In the inductive method, through goes from the induction to complementation. In deductive, other is deductive method that through goes from general to particular method or particular analysis to magsugod siya sa general down to particular analysis, and last is the completion. So in the exercise of thinking, one should opt from the method which best fits that case, or using both intertwined method. So, learning to know must be part of human development. So, it is very, it is part of humans' development. Though, throughout this existence and will become effective learning is by able to produce in people that impulses the foundations of their activities. So learning to know is very important to every learners, or not every learners, or it is very part of education. Learning to know process should be based on the four pillars of education. So this is the end of this video. This is the end of this discussion, and see you guys on my next vlog. So thank you for watching, and once again, good day.